Para Haroldson, é uma chance rara de testemunhar o que pode ser a interseção de duas vidas.
This meeting is quite emotional. It's only about in a third of all cases in Sri Lanka that you are able to find a connection between what that child is saying and a previous family or a person who died that fits the description. This is very rare.
Haroldson se surpreende com a mudança assim que Dilukshi vê sua outra família. É menos tímida e parece se encaixar melhor nessa família. Ela poderia ser esta garota reencarnada?
හැසිරීම ඉතින් ගොඩක් හොඳයි අම්මට අතරේම හරිම කීකරුයි කොහෙවත් නොකිය යන්නෙත් නැහැ නංගි මල්ලි එක්ක නිතරම සෙල්ලම් කරනවා ඒ හොඳට ඉගෙන ගන්නත් පුළුවන් දුක කියන්නේ ඉතින් අපි එයා ගෙවල් වල ගියාද කියලාත් ඒ වෙලාවේ මම හොයන්න 70ක භාගයක් විතර දිව්වා පස්සේ දුවලා ඉවරනකොට මට එන්න බැරි වුණා සිහිනේ තියලා වැටිලා වැටහිම එයා දැන් ඇවිල්ලා අපි ගෙදරට ඇවිල්ලා එයාගේ ඇඳුම් මැඳුම් හොයාගත්තාම පොත්පත් හොයාගත්තා අම්මා තාත්තා කියලා අඳුර ගත්තා එයා ඉතින් ඉස්සරහත්ම කරපු දේවල් හැම දෙයක්ම කිව්ව නිසා අපිට මෙයා අපේම දියණිය කියලා හිතුණා
මට ඒක වැටහෙනවා පින්තූර දිහා බලපුවාම ගෙවල් අර හැමදේම දැක්කහම ගොඩක් ආසත් හිතුණා අනේක මට මේ පැත්තේ නිකන් ගොඩක් කල් මම මෙහෙ ඉඳලා වගේ මට පුරුදුකමක් වගේ හිතට තියෙනවා
No fim do dia, Dilukshi passeia com Haroldson para mostrar o lugar da sua vida anterior.
When we compare how well these statements fit the life of Shiromi, we find that about 12 of them, we have around 20, about 12 of them fit really well and are fairly specific.
Dilukshi o leva para a pedra onde diz que brincou como Shiromi. É uma pedra chata, como ela descreveu. A ponte sobre o rio também está lá. E este é o lugar onde Shiromi caiu na água.
බය හේතුව නම් කියන්න දන්නේ එනකොට මම මෙතන ටික බයයි. අනිත් තැන් වලට වැඩිය මීට වැඩිය වතුර තියෙන තැනකට වුණත් එහෙම බයක් හිතෙන්නේ නැහැ මෙතෙන්ද බයයි මම.
Ela diz que lembra de pontos pretos antes de morrer. Ele acha que podem ser as plantas no rio. Há algo real nisso.
I think there is something real there. She has some real images of these events, but I think these images, these thoughts were with her from a very early age and even continue to some extent up to the present day.
Dilukshi está convencida de que morreu aqui, na sua vida anterior. Para quem avalia as provas que Haroldson reuniu, a resposta é simples. Para quem acredita em reencarnação, esta pesquisa dá uma base científica para essa crença.
I think there is some likelihood of life after death, and I think that there might be something real in these memories, and that would then support the theory of reincarnation.
Apesar de o caso de Dilukshi ser convincente, nem todos concordam com essas descobertas. Um deles é o Dr. Richard Wiseman, da Universidade de Hertfordshire, perto de Londres. Ele analisou as provas que os cientistas da reencarnação reuniram.
The question is what's going on there? And I think part of the problem with assessing the situation is you simply don't know the role that chance could play.
Para responder a esta pergunta, Wiseman fez uma experiência simples. Convidou crianças escolhidas a esmo e fez as mesmas perguntas que os pesquisadores de vidas passadas fariam.
The experiment that I carried out was really to test the notion that if you took a child and simply had them make up a story, can you take that information, then go away and compare it to the details of children who unfortunately have actually died and find some kind of match, the type of match that the researchers who are involved in reincarnation claims actually find in their work.
Muitas vezes, as crianças conversaram facilmente com ele sobre a morte.
One of the children I spoke to was Molly, and we asked her just to make up a story. She came up with the idea of another child called Katie, who was also 3.
What colour hair would you have? Any colour hair at all?
Red.
You'd have red hair?
Red hair. Mm.
She had blue eyes. She was wearing a pink dress with flowers on it. She ran away.
When Katie ran away, Molly?
What?
When Katie runs away, do good or bad things happen? Has anything bad ever happened to Katie?
Bad.
Bad? Oh, what's bad that's happened?
The monsters got Katie.
Oh, what are the monsters like?
Ugly.
They were ugly monsters. What happened?
No.
No!
What happened to Katie when the monsters got her?
Monsters bit her.
They bit her. So what happened to Katie?
Died.
She died.
That was the story that Molly came up with. Now, what we wanted to know was, of course, if you took that story and you tried to match it against stories where genuine children, unfortunately, had actually died, could you find a match? And what we found was quite remarkable. We looked through the newspaper archives for stories, often very tragic stories, where children had been involved in accidents or had been abducted, been killed, and so on. One particular story matched the imaginary story that Molly had given us. The actual child was 3 years old. The actual child had red hair, blue eyes, a pink dress with flowers on it. The child lived very close to the seaside and enjoyed going to the beach. One day they ran away from the house, unfortunately were abducted and were killed. So out of the 17 facts that Molly gave us, 13 of them were absolutely correct. Now, if Molly was claiming to have lived before, this would be the reincarnation case of the decade.
Yes, yeah.
O resultado assustou até a mãe de Molly, que sabia que ela tinha inventado tudo.
I found that quite shocking. There was actually something really happened. Because I know even if there's no connection, you sort of instantly feel connected then to something because of, you know, what Molly made up. I instantly sort of felt connected, or felt for the parents of that particular child.
The notion that we've lived before is obviously very, very radical. And so part of what I was doing was trying to work out how can we assess the validity of the claims for reincarnation. I don't think we're finding out anything about the paranormal. I don't think we're finding out anything about whether or not we actually live in a previous life. We're finding out a great deal about psychology, about the way in which people can fool us and we can fool ourselves.